Welcome to Ecom Cowboy. This is D2C's daily show where we believe ads are not bad. Ignorance is expensive and the American dream is alive and well on the internet today, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, April 15th. It's tax day 2026. We sit high atop a very happy and sunny Austin, Texas, where rent is always low because they overbuilt on houses to buy. We are brought to you by Seguno, Postscript, and Incense, and we got a jam-packed show for you today. Not only is it tax day, but apparently it is official Amazon ad spend boycott day. There are many advertisers, specifically one group of about 800 operators and founders who have banded together to stop all ad spend in order for Amazon to meet their demands. And the hilarious thing, or the crazy thing, much better, is that Amazon is listening. Is there other implications to be had here for Meta getting your credit card points back and beyond? Turns out Allbirds is now an AI company. I know you knew them for merino wool and shoes for so long. They are no longer into that. They're into AI infrastructure, and this is actually true. Last but not least, Postscript's new ecom sitcom, the first of its kind in the whole world, has debuted. There's going to be multiple episodes. We're going to react and review. I'll give you the point from the jump. I think they're so cool, and that's a big part of why they crush. Underrated. We are going to have TJ Bongiorno join us, founder of Yapper. He is bringing the non-alcoholic social drink to the moon. He's going to be on here. We're going to drink it. We're going to talk about it. I'm probably going to shotgun it. We'll also have Jason Wong of Paking Duck and Saucy, who will join us, I think, from Hong Kong. I think he's over there now. He's going to be live streaming to us, talking about manufacturing in the midst of the war and all of the things. As always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, Colin Doherty. Colin, get in here. Get in here.
Let's go.
I can tell that you are locked in today because of how good you look on screen. I mean,
wow.
You are absolutely cracked and in
Thank
the
you.
zone because you're so good looking right now.
Thank you. I'm trying to look smacks right now. I'm trying to look smacks for this show right now. Thank you.
It's working. It is
Thank
working.
you.
And not only is today tax day, it is Amazon ad spend boycott day. This article I was unaware of. I was unaware that there was a big movement happening on April 15th, but this article comes to us from Eugene Kamen. He is part of a community on X and a part of, maybe it's on other places as well. But he has this to say, and I want everyone to pay attention to this because I know you think, hey, Amazon's too big, Meta's too big, nothing we do will matter. That is not the case, though. That's not the case, though. Listen to the case that he is making and find out what Amazon is doing hereafter, why founders are preparing to boycott Amazon ads on April 15th. Amazon says it supports small business. This is coming from Eugene. But over the last month, many of the businesses who helped build its marketplace have watched Amazon do the opposite. I represent a community of 800 plus ecom founders doing nearly $15 billion in annual revenue on Amazon. These are not giant public companies with unlimited balance sheets. They are mostly lean businesses with small teams, real payroll, real inventory exposure, etc. That is exactly why so many sellers are now discussing coordinated action. Amazon is tightening the screws on the very businesses that create so much of the value customers come to the platform for. Okay, so what has happened? 3 things. In a very short period of time, sellers have been hit with multiple changes all at once, some of the ones which we have covered on the show. First, Amazon has moved many sellers to DD+7, delaying when they receive their own money. Ouch. Second, Amazon has added a new 3.5% surcharge on fulfillment-related costs. That's true. It's supposed to be temporary. As we've covered on the show, don't think that's going to be the case. It's going to be forever hereafter. Third, and most explosively, on April 2nd, many sellers received notice that beginning April 15th, today, 2026, Amazon advertising costs will be automatically deducted from retail proceeds first, with a card used only as a backup payment method if proceeds are insufficient. The last move is the one pushing many sellers over the edge because it is not just another fee, it is a direct hit to working capital. Very eloquent, laid out his points very clearly, and this has got movement on it. Molson Hart, bring up this one. Molson Hart, everyone knows him because he has been so vocal talking about how working with Amazon and his business Brainflakes has been difficult. It's been difficult what has happened over the years. A very prominent voice, 81,000 followers on Twitter. Molson Hart had this to say. He's going to be boycotting. This is inside of his community. He's going to be boycotting advertising next week to protest the company's greed, is what he says. I hope you all can join me in doing so and post a screenshot proving so after you have. And then thirdly, here from the Money GPS, David Quintieri, Amazon backed off. Okay, this is the punchline here. Amazon has actually backed off. We were all just, quote, confused. The timing, considering tomorrow is the ads boycott, is assigned to me. I'm still scheduled to spend $0 tomorrow if everyone else is. This is the email that people received yesterday from Amazon Ads. Dear advertiser, we recently notified a small group of advertisers about upcoming changes to their payment options. We understand this may have caused some confusion for those who are not impacted, and we are writing to inform you that no changes have been made to payment methods for your account. You can continue to use seller or vendor balance, debit or credit cards, and pay by invoice if eligible to pay for advertising costs. To learn more about this update, visit our support center. Best regards, Amazon Ads. Colin, do you believe it? Or did Amazon actually move back because of the pushback and the protests?
Amazon flinched. This is huge. This is the little man saying, hey, we're going to get together. We're going to get a group of folks together that are 8 or 9 figure brand owners, and we're going to push back because we're tired of this. We're tired of taking this. And I'd love to see this type of play kind of push out towards Meta as well. You know how I feel about Meta. You know how I feel about the things they have recently done. I would love to see this community take control from the egregious CPMs, the egregious CPCs, the terrible UIs of the world. Push back and say, hey, we're not going to be spending our dollars on you anymore for this day. And you're going to have to explain that to your shareholders while your, P&L just absolutely, tanks for that day.
I think that they actually listened and they peeled it back. I think this is a little bit of TikTok. I kind of don't buy the we notified a few accounts. Somehow, somehow people got the wrong idea. I just don't buy that. I don't buy that. I think maybe the 15 billion in revenue from this 800 plus founder group, maybe the noise, maybe it did enough that it caused some reaction here, like, hey, this isn't for everybody. Don't worry. Some word got out, but it does seem like the adjustments are live for some people. So maybe there's something to what they're saying. It gives me hope, though. TikTok, there was pushback on fulfillment on TikTok Shop, all having to happen through TikTok. There was pushback on that. They flinched. The community very much appreciated. It seems like there's something going on here that may be the same. My hope is that we can recover our credit card points on Meta. I will say, there was a friend of mine who recently posted and said he started a brand new account from $0 spent on the ad account, and he said that he could still pay with credit card.
Wow, that's huge. That's
so
good to see.
Maybe there is something to this where it's not rolled out for everybody. Maybe there's still some exceptions for a few, but it gives me great hope that they are actually listening.
Yeah, you hope to see this, and we always want on this show, you want the brands to win. This is the entire point of this show. We're trying to arm the rebels. We're trying to arm the brands so that they can win and become 8, 9, 10 figure brands. And this is exactly what you need. You need to have the pushback. You need to have the strength to come together as a group and say, hey, we're not going to take it anymore. We want some changes.
I do think that I don't think I was aware of the like triple hitter that they described. You know,
Yeah.
the fulfillment charges, the credit, the credit card and the switching on that. Like I knew that, but
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of the first point, the DD plus 7. I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of that. That's
Just absolutely brutal.
It's brutal. It's brutal
Yeah.
all in one shot. I don't know if they did that timing on purpose, but apparently some people were upset enough to talk about it. And Molson Hart, he is going on Eric Bandholt's podcast live for Practical E-commerce. I think tomorrow night or the next night. It's going live at 7 p.m. So I think we're going to get some updates there, and everyone should tune in. Fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think that he should come on this show as well. I almost invited him. Because I was discovering all of this morning, and it was just like too late.
Too late.
We had a bunch of calls, and run a show is getting finalized, but we need to get him on here, and they are welcome. They are welcome.
Absolutely.
Now,
absolutely.
Before we move to our next batch of shows, Jack, let's talk about Postscript. And we should talk about Postscript. When you get focused, you get outsized results. That's what happens. When you obsess over one thing and one thing only, you do a whole lot better than everybody else. And that's what Postscript is for SMS marketing. They only do SMS, not 6 or 7 higgledy-piggledy things all jumbled up together, which may be the kind of partner you're using now. There's a reason why when people make the switch, they see a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue. And Postscript's trying to make SMS legitimately your #1 revenue generator. That's their goal. I saw a whole lot more than that. We went from making very little money on SMS to being a top 1% account on the entire platform. And I'll tell you the secret. I just did what they said. Okay. I did what they said. And what they're saying right now is that you are leaving a lot of money on the table when people text you back. They ask you questions, you leave them on red, and you give them, or even worse, you give them an email autoresponder right into customer service, blah, blah, blah. Go to the conversational report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversational report. Postscript's AI shopper is now allowing you to have one-to-one conversations at scale that are brand appropriate, have all of your product knowledge, and get more people across the finish line. You'll be shocked at how much money you're leaving on the table. Go get that report. Talk to Postscript, work with them. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, since we're already talking about Postscript, I think that we should just talk about Postscript now.
I was going to say, we should just cover what Postscript's doing right now.
We should just cover what they are doing now. Postscript's new e-com sitcom is officially here. It is the first of its kind, okay? And I think it's bound to win an Emmy. Right now, it's the only one in the category. I think it's bound to win an Emmy. It's going to have 4 episodes. And what's the context here? This tweet comes to us from Alex Beller, president at Postscript, gave a little preview yesterday. Proud to share the world premiere of Skeptics, a series about an e-com brand discovering the power of SMS and AI told through the lens of Fizzy, the most chaotic D2C soda brand you've ever seen. Watch episode 1 now. Why don't you play this for us, Jack? Just bring us into it a little bit. Give us some volume, and let's walk through this thing here. We'll probably pull it back after a second.
Welcome to Fizzy Soda, a spiritual beverage startup thrust into the AI era of e-commerce.
Avery?
Meet Joey, brand new marketing director and AI curious.
Intro of characters.
Look at this web traffic. Is it bots again?
That's Avery, somewhat disengaged intern, but an AI enthusiast.
Did we run new ads?
No.
Did an email go out?
No.
Julian.
There's the founder.
This is Julian, the founder of Fizzy and the ultimate AI skeptic.
I don't believe in AI.
With no
And you
heads
can
up,
quote
Julian
me.
sent a trunk load of their new meditation soda to his bestie and
Okay.
TikTok celeb.
You can bring
Tanning
the volume down.
Of
You can
course,
bring the
this
volume
post
down,
went
Jack,
viral.
but keep the video
Of
playing.
course, the team was caught up.
Here's the thing that I love about this, okay?
Yeah.
What I love about this is that this is so much better than just another rando webinar. I mean,
Yes.
it's so much better, okay? It's neat. There's
That's so good.
characters. There's a concept. They're actually doing like a hilarious ad read for Postscript right in the middle. One of the characters is talking to the screen and then
So
turning
good.
back to the action. Okay. And they're setting up this whole storyline that surprises, it delights, it entertains. And my thesis on this is that there are very few people inside of ecom B2B niche software who would take a swing like this. Very few who would take a swing like this. And I think that this is going to crush. And I think there's going to be a lot of people that decide, yes, I want to work with Postscript as a result, simply because it is cool.
Yep.
It is actually cool. And coolness is an underrated part of the entire sales process. I mean, do you disagree?
Absolutely not. This is incredible. The Taste Bros absolutely love this because it is unique. It's interesting. It's cool. This is all the right things. I mean, these are legit actors that are going through a script, and it's hilarious.
Bring us back here, Jack. I think that this is my theory. Okay. My theory is that high school never leaves us. Okay.
Fair.
The dynamics in high school never leave us. And if you were cool in high school, people know it. Okay. And if you were not cool in high school, people know it. Okay. And do you want to be the smart kid or do you want to be the cool kid? You want to be both. You
Yeah.
want to be the smart kid and the cool kid. And when you talk to the people at the top, Alex Beller, Mike Manheimer, et cetera, when you talk to the people at Postscript, you get it. They are both the smart kids and the cool kids, which is why this content has found its way into the world. Okay.
Yeah.
I think if you've never been cool before, then you will never be able to justify doing something like this for the budget. It's like,
Sure.
why would we do that? No. Let's add another webinar. Let's do the thing. Let's just do what we always do. And I think there's a severely underrated element of coolness that is totally valid in the whole B2B sales process. A lot of times, of course, you got to have the tech, you got to have the ROI. That's a given. Everybody has to have that. That's table stakes. Like, why are we even having the conversation? Postscript does have that, but what do they have on top of that? They have likability. They have a brand. When you talk to the people, you can tell that they're the cool kids in the room. Okay. And what I will say, having been through this on the brand side many times, and having sold on the agency side, a lot of times these decisions, they come down to, who do I as a buyer want to associate with? It's a brand decision. A lot of times, the tools may be similar. They may be. And what will be the deciding factor? Do I like you, salesman? Do I like your brand? Do I like your vibe? Do I want people to know that I'm associated with you or not? That is a brand decision. That is a taste decision. And
Absolutely.
I think this is a big reason. I mean, I think, a lot of people don't know how big Postscript is and how much they're winning, but I think this is a clear kind of delineator between them and a lot of other players inside of our space. And what I wish is that more people would take creative swings like this, not just because yours truly is going to be featured in episode 3, which you should definitely subscribe and watch and pay attention to, but because it is content like this that separates you as a brand, and it wins you mind share, it wins hearts, and I think eventually it helps wins deals. That is my firm belief.
Absolutely. And on top of that, just that clip alone from Beller's personal profile went parabolic. So just the views on that clip alone, and they have this ability now where this is a full series. They're going to be releasing multiple episodes. They get to stay within that timeline, and people get to look forward to the next episode of what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to next episode. I want to see what's happening in episode 2 because I watched the full episode of episode 1. So now I'm kind of hooked. and I want to see what's going on with episode 2 and 3. I don't know. I think there's some guy that's in episode 3 who does
Good looking guy. Very good looking.
direct to consumer show or whatever. I think he's in there. So I'll
Very
look out for that.
handsome. Very handsome. Yes.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it is amazing what they're doing, and they're incorporating all the right elements to make it super fun. And on top of this bet, I'd love to say also the other bet that they had where they were pushing back against the legislation that was dealing with Texas.
Huge.
It's another cool thing. It's
Totally.
they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to take that on. By the way, that's really expensive. If any of you are wondering what it's like to take on Texas from a standpoint, that's super expensive. They took that on and they won, which is sick. And so they're taking these really tasteful brand moves that are just incredible and endearing themselves to the community. This is why we're so bullish on them at the show and why they're an incredible partner to work with.
You know what I'll say too? Who I think is goated at this in the B2B software space is Rabba. Rabba Rahil, who is your old boss at Triple Whale. I mean, there's a reason why Triple Whale they came out so hot. So hot. You've mentioned many times how many events I went to. It's almost like, why is this guy keep showing up?
There was a legitimate filter we had with Rabba where if we like recommended something, he'd be like, dude, no, we're the cool kids. We don't do that. And so there's a legitimate conversation, and that starts with leadership from how we're going to be perceived within the greater community. That was very intentional. That was very active. And so we made decisions and bets within events like you just talked about, within shows, within all of these things based entirely on that thesis.
Thank you.
And it played off. It paid off pretty well.
Yeah, it paid off pretty well, I would say. And so this comes down to taste or brand, but it comes down to people. It comes down to people. And the reason that I consider a strong reason, the reason why that went so well is because of Rabba, because of Alexa, because of you. When you have people there who are winsome, fun to be around, they're actually a good time, and you bring alongside that cutting edge tech that can actually help my business. That's a gusher. That's an explosion. And Postscript is the same. They've been doing it for many years now in the SMS space. And I'll say, and when Fermat came on the scene, explosion. Why were they so cool, etc.? Well, Rabba was there. Okay. Rabba was there. And guys, if I'm wrong, please come argue me. But I've been on the buyer side many times with this. And a lot of times I am making the decision based on, the tech, their ROI got to be there. I'm making the decision on who I like, who I actually like being around, and who I want to be associated with. It's vibes.
It's just vibes. This whole economy, this whole process is just built on vibes.
It's vibes. It's vibes. And you know what? Underrated.
Extremely underrated, and they're going to crush with this too. I mean, I'm looking forward to how this whole thing plays out with the final episode, and get to see like, hey, are we going to have season 2? Like, I'm ready for this.
I actually don't know how it ends up, but I think probably Fizzy, their made up brand, does really well and uses AI shopper in a unique way. But be cool. Being cool pays. Okay, you got to be smart. You got to be smart too, but being smart and being cool pays, and it pays in the software world. Okay, next story. On top of being an AI company, Allbirds is now an AI company. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. I could not believe this story when it came up in the timeline this morning. Drew Fallon.
I thought this was fake.
I thought it was fake. I was like, okay, great meme. I mean, we'll get this will get traction today, I'm sure. Right now, he posted this at 7:42 a.m. Central Standard Time, or a few hours later, 24,000 views so far. I bookmarked this baby right away. This comes to us from Drew. And let me give you some deets here. Allbirds rebrands to Newbird. Newbird AI. Believe it or not,
I don't like it.
to pursue AI infrastructure market. This is like unfathomable to me. No, this isn't a joke. About 2 weeks ago, Allbirds officially ended its run as a footwear independent by selling its brand and assets to American Exchange Group in a $39 million asset sale. Today, the company is announcing a $50 million convertible financing facility to pivot its business model toward AI compute infrastructure. The company will change its name to Newbird AI with a strategic focus on becoming a fully integrated GPU as a service and AI native cloud solutions provider. What is that? I don't even know what that is. GPU as a service. Initial capital from the new facility will be used to acquire high-performance GPU assets to meet the surging demand for dedicated AI compute capacity. If the market crashes and you didn't sell your stocks, you will look back at this exact moment. And Drew is right on this. I mean, you marked a tweet this morning. The stock is going up. I mean, it's like K-pop Demon Hunters going up. It's going up, up, up. It's our moment, and this is Newbird's moment. Drew comment on this, says shares are up 50% pre-market. They're now up 100%.
They finished 600% up.
600% up.
600% up. So if you put in $10,000 this morning, when Drew made that tweet, you would be sitting at $70,000 in I don't know, half a day.
What are we doing, man?
What are we doing? Somebody tweeted, missed on generational wealth again.
What are we doing? Getting ready for the show. We should have been buying stock.
Come on. Yeah. Drew Found, great follow, by the way. Highly recommend giving him a follow. Always good. But yeah, I did the math on this. If you dumped in 10K when he made that tweet and bought it, you would be sitting at $70,000 by 1 p.m. that same day.
What is GPU as a service? Is that new? Is that just a data center? I mean, what is this? What is this? What is this?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just a data center again. But I don't know how they get to there, which is really confusing. It's like, what do they know about AI infrastructure by running a shoe/apparel company? I don't know how they get there, but it seems pretty cool. I mean, they were basically sold for multiple parts and now they're still public. So it's very weird that there's still some, I don't know, there's still some bones left of this company and they've just decided to rebrand.
Well, I don't get I don't get why did they buy Allbirds to do this? I mean, what were they getting? They're getting like some warehouses? They're like getting some physical structures that Allbirds owned. You know,
well,
like
they got all the inventory.
That which has like nothing to do with GPUs as a service.
I guess the logic maybe could be you sell all the inventory at a discount, you start buying GPUs in bulk.
I mean, there's got to be easier ways to get whatever they need to do GPU as a service. I wonder if this is like some kind of stock play that they knew, like, you know,
had to be.
It's gonna announce that it's selling, everything's gonna tank, and then we'll say it's AI, and then it'll like skyrocket. I mean, I wonder, like, is this like some stock play that they just knew, like, we'll say it's AI and everything will go up and we'll double our money in a couple of weeks.
Mean, this is a crazy playbook that was just introduced to us. Like, if you are a company that's failing and approaching penny stock territory, basically just push a shareholder bulletin out that is saying you're pivoting to AI infrastructure and you're gonna explode overnight, and then somehow you have insane liquidity overnight within like a day.
It's bananas.
It makes no sense. It's like totally, you know, stock market is Fugazi, none of this is real type of deal. It's like, what are we doing here at this point? It's craziness.
What are we doing here at this point? X is rolling out cash tags, and it's supposed to be, you know, the new stock whatever stock exchange extraordinaire. I really don't get it, but it made me think like maybe we should use cash tags in our posts. There might be something to that. But one thing's for sure, everybody should go follow Drew. Everybody should go follow
Everyone
Drew
should
Fallon.
follow Drew. And I'm excited to announce on the show that Ecom Cowboy is pivoting to data infrastructure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We decided to pivot to data infrastructure. So, if you want to hit us up about data infrastructure stuff, just let us know because we pivoted.
Yeah, we have officially rebranded and we're pivoting away from ecom content, founders, playbooks, operations. We're pivoting away from all of that events. That's going away. We are now ecom AI. And the AI service is going to be GPUs as a service.
Exactly.
It won't have anything to do with ecom anymore. But we're going to keep the name. We're going to keep the name.
Stockholders love it.
Stockholders love it. Okay.
Yeah.
And we know that you love it.
Yep.
And I've somebody out there is sending us serious VC capital right now.
Absolutely. Diving into the DMs.
Diving into the DMs.
Yeah.
Get in my DMs. Because we're going up. We're going up. This is our moment.
Let's go.
What can we say? say? DTC doesn't work out. Just pivot to AI. Kind of like crypto did. Crypto doesn't work out. You just pivot to AI. Pivot to AI.
You working on Web3? No, dude, it's AI now. That was a thing. We totally pivoted out of that. That was
Web 4 now.
It's Web 4 AI. It's totally different now.
Absolutely. A new AI UGC format has just dropped. This comes from Frankie Shaw. We reviewed one of his ads a few weeks ago, and it was a banana sandwich, as you like to say. It was crazy. Authenticity is now just part of the prompt, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say, after you watch this, I think you may agree with me.
Yeah.
I don't think after you watch this, I don't think you can detect like, oh yeah, that's an AI. What? You just got to watch this thing, take it in, and just let it sit and simmer a little bit. Okay, Jack, if you would play this for us, because everyone needs to see this. This is what's possible.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love you've shown my grandma. We've all noticed how much happier she's been ever since she got to share something she loves with all of you. When we were kids, she used to make hats for us, so I asked her to help design something inspired by those memories to keep her busy.
Oh my God, this is
we
so
honestly
good.
never expected it to turn into this. So many of you have sent us your photos wearing the hats, and I love showing her that her design has been on that many people. Seriously, you guys have no idea. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for giving her a new spark and for helping me to support her. I love you all.
I love you.
Jesus.
I love you too, Grandma. I love you too. Are we cooked, Chad?
Absolutely cooked. That was one of the best ads I've ever seen.
We are cooked. If
you would have brought that up for his adverse ad, I'd be like, dude, this is unbelievable. If you would have told me that it wasn't AI, I'd be like, yeah, that seems legit. That seems fine. It seems like an AI. It seems like a founder-led content ad, totally legit.
Probably we could have featured it as this is why human content wins. That's probably what we could have done.
Golly. I mean, I will say maybe the voiceover, it's like a couple.
Do you think? Is it?
Maybe a couple squeaks off, so it's a little bit more authentic.
Oh, man.
But that's an exceptional ad. That is you give me 50 of those, I can get you the next runs by next month.
Let me ask this. We had a conversation with Rob Friend out in, I think he's in SoCal. He's the D2C advertising law expert.
Yeah.
Does this mislead? That's my question.
Absolutely.
Oh, it does?
For sure. I mean, this is totally I would argue this is maybe gray to black hat, but this is absolutely going to print. I'm going to say that. You put this in the ad account, this will probably be a 4 ROAS coming out of the gate, and then you're probably scaling it, and then
Well,
You're just ripping with it.
here's my point. Here's my point. I mean, they didn't say in there at any point like wearing these hats makes you more beautiful. You know, they didn't say anything like that. They didn't say like now I sleep better because I'm wearing these hats. I mean, she's just like narrating a story about grandma. And I get it. I get it. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Grandma doesn't exist. Okay.
Doesn't exist.
I'm just bringing it up. I'm just
Yeah.
bringing it up. I know like the outcome or the one liner that I took away from our convo with Rob was, you know, gray hat doesn't exist in a court of law, but they aren't like making direct testimonial claims in the sense that the product is benefiting them. So I thought this might get the pass.
Yeah. I mean, the next level of this is you just make a completely fake Facebook profile so that you can just run whitelisting from the grandma's account or the daughter's account directly. So it's not even the brand's account. And then you just spin this up 50 ways to midnight and you just have a bunch of different random grandmas that are just coming out. And this is, you find the best type of grandma to move forward with. And you can just do this crazy.
Grandma Lee here. Grandma Lee and her knitting or crocheting. She is working those fingers fast to produce these hats. You know, I don't know how they're getting production done, but a goated ad nonetheless.
Yeah, I would say I'm not gonna lie, that was a goated ad. That was incredible.
Yeah, authenticity is just part of the prompt. We are cooked, and another banger from Frankie. Another absolute banger. Hey, his system, man. Founder's method using my 5.1 system. I don't know. Maybe we should hear from Frankie. I would like to hear from Rob though. I'd like to hear from Rob. What's his call on it? Goated ad, crazy format. Never would.
Rob hates it. Rob hates it. Rob, Rob will appreciate this. He's the no fun police on ads. Where he's like, no, we can't have that one. Okay. But I'd love for him to comment and see what he thinks about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only TJ Bongiorno coming in here. Everyone's favorite paisan who is now bringing the non-alcoholic RTD social Yapper drink everywhere. But before he comes in here, let's talk. Oh, wait, we already talked about Postscript.
We did.
We already talked about Postscript. Okay, well, before he comes in here, let's talk about incense. Ladies and gentlemen, don't you want better ads? Yeah, you do. And you'd love to have actual humans involved in the process. That'd be nice, but it's a disjointed, difficult thing. Negotiating usage rights, finding the right creators, etc. This is why incense exists, okay? It is the all-in-one UGC influencer marketing platform, vetted creator marketplace, automated influencer outreach, built-in campaign management. You get content as little as 14 days. So much better than just finding a rando TikTok and hoping that it changes the trajectory of your business. We're talking real relationships with real creators and real scale moving forward. They have just released the UGC Playbook 2.0. Get it at that URL below. And we're going to have more from their team coming in to talk about how to win in the era of Andromeda. It's modular UGC, ladies and gentlemen. And many thanks for Incense being part of the show. Go talk to them. They give you a free trial. Many thanks for them being part of the show. Now, we need to bring the Yapper himself to this show, who has brought this brand new ready to drink onto the market. It is going to dominate and be available in every bar, everywhere, to supply all of your non-alcoholic needs and help you have a good time and get out of your shell. We were talking about the one and only TJ Bongiorno. Get in here, TJ. Get in here, there he is.
What's up, boys?
Yes. Let's go.
How we doing? I got to open mine too.
Let's go.
We're even better now.
Hell yeah. First and foremost, I'm just pumped I got to hang out with you guys again.
Oh,
ready?
Brother.
Should we cheers it?
Let's cheers. Cheers to the Yapper himself. TJ, this thing is going to the moon, bro. I have heard. I've heard that you've already done 6,000 cases or something like this, brother.
I don't want to. Let's not lie. Cans.
6,000 cans already out the door.
We're already about 10,000 since then. Like it's just, I will say,
go.
I'm seeding a lot of TikTok affiliates too, right? So it's not just sales.
Yeah.
Of
I'm
course.
seeding, I'm giving, I'm like, I'm Oprah, like everyone I see, they're in my trunk. I have hats. I'm just like giving them out everywhere. It's really fun, to be quite honest. Just a quick tangent from me.
Please.
I'm doing this for 3 years. Funny, you guys were talking about software sales. I was a sales engineer for my whole career before I did this.
You get it.
I'm saying this though because I've sold things. I've had the feedback on stuff. I've never had the type of response from anything I've ever done.
Come on, bro.
It's pretty cool.
Let's go.
It's pretty damn cool.
Sick.
Yeah,
cool.
it's
That's
cool.
huge.
It's cool.
And cool is a big part of the formula, brother.
Oh yeah, cool.
Go.
I was listening. I was watching live.
Big part of the formula. And okay, so for those who don't know, TJ, Outgoing Company, brought Outty, the powdered drink, to market. Everyone's been cured, I think, of their introversion by now. Okay,
Yeah.
there are no
It
more
doesn't exist
introverts.
anymore, yeah.
There are
That's
no
not
more
a medical claim,
introverts.
Rob. That's not a medical claim.
there are no more introverts among us. No. But helping people come out of their shell, get rid of the anxieties, they go into social situations. But last time we talked, you told us that this bad boy was coming. Had to work on the formula a little bit and develop that taste, and now this ready to drink is here. Bro, tell us about the path here forward. What's happening now with TikTok Shop? Whose hands are you getting this in? How are you going to distribute this all over the world? I think this baby needs to be in every grocery store and every bar that exists.
Yeah, first and foremost, it's really cool that I told the world that it was coming here, and we're
You
back.
did.
That's pretty damn cool.
We're back,
Look it up,
baby.
boys.
go.
Look it up. My wife loves you guys. She's like, who were those guys that tried Outty? They were so nice. I love them. Go back on their show. I was like, oh,
Yes.
we're going. We're going. Science time. Okay, to answer the question. So we've talked about it privately. I'm very close with the founders of Knobs, the toothpaste, as well.
Exactly.
Elon Gator, like 7 months ago, 8 months ago at this point, was like, dude, what are you doing? Doing RTD. And I was like, I don't know if I can, I was like little me, like trying to scale, figuring it out. And then I just kind of started asking questions and looking at it, and everyone on earth is just like, beverage is hard. Beverage is hard. Everything's hard. And like, I'm not saying I'm delusional enough to think that I'm going to like figure this out day one, but like, I know it's hard. I'm going into this knowing that it's hard, but regardless, things just kind of fell into place because I got a really, really good R&D house that they've flavored, and they did the formulas for a bunch of really well-known RTDs in the space. So I was able to like own my formula, get it done, get the flavors done really well. And then the co-packer that I'm using is the one that launched the Lonnie. They launched Prime. They do Java. So it's like a big co-packer too. So I was able to like have the pieces kind of like come together in like a really cool way and get really good pricing out the gate. I am lucky enough that because we have the scale, when I say scale, not just starting on the powder, I
Right.
had enough cash to like do a bigger MOQ to get this out the gate and like get better pricing or whatever. But it's been a really cool journey. And also, I don't know if you guys saw, I tweeted it out. I like went the day that they were running the cans and was like taking video of them on.
Yeah.
Bro, sick.
It was so cool.
Unbelievable.
It was so cool. So
And
yeah, and from first conversations with the co-packer to the can in hand, November I started the conversations. So it's not that long, like 5 months from like
that's
first conversation.
crazy.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's unbelievable speed.
Yeah, it's cool.
I mean, so being a dude that does not drink anymore, this needs to be in every bar in America. How are you going to do that? Because I will buy 5 of these at the bar and just start ripping. Like, how are we going to do this? How can we help you also?
we need to get him in the bar,
we need to get
CJ.
Everywhere.
well, first and foremost, you guys have unlimited supply forever. So
All right. Okay, we'll
There we
take
go.
that. We'll take that.
I actually had a conversation with Ross of Cadence. And
Yeah.
I got some of his time. He was really generous. And the conversation that I had with him, he was basically like, it takes the same amount of time to go walk into 15 coffee shops and try and convince them as it does to try and get in like Target and Walmart. And you have the D2C distribution. Now, I don't know if everyone's going to agree with that, but
Wow.
opinion. And I think that's kind of how I'm going to do this is I'm going to focus D2C to get distribution from the channels we already have. You know, we have more than 35,000 customers and whatever. Like we have a lot of customers. I think I have 50,000 emails on it or something like that. So like we're gonna focus on that for now and focus on D2C. I have been hit up already in this week by like 10 distributors. I think anything cool and exciting that's coming out is like there's a lot of inbound, but I'm not going to pretend that I know everything. Like I'm figuring this out too, and there's risks to everything, but we're hearing it and it's coming inbound already, which is cool.
You know, I am seeing a semblance, a connection with the conversation that we had with Michael Brandt yesterday.
Yeah.
Founder at Ketone IQ.
Well,
And
yeah.
you know, the thing that I love about what you're doing is, man, when you do something unique, when you create a new category, people come, opportunities come.
Yeah.
It's not the easy path. It's not the easy path. You know, it would probably be easier just to create like another diet soda. You know, create like a new beer that's got, you know, some different branding on the outside. But when you're doing something unique, I mean, and this is the result is that you've got distributors already hitting you up. Man, that is incredible and compelling.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I will say, like, let me give homage, right? Like there's Hio, they did it first, and Recess and Trip. And Junie's even something that's like kind of similar to what we're doing now. Like you said, like I kind of have a different category. Like
You do.
It's but caffeine and nootropics and adaptogens in a drink. Okay, right? They're doing it. We have kind of a different angle. I would say that also, if that's the first one you guys are drinking, in about 20 minutes, you'll probably DM me that you're feeling it a little bit.
Bro, I'm feeling it now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it now, man.
We
The more
dosed
we
it for you.
talk, I got the fire going inside
I'm
me.
yacked up too. I'm yacked up.
That's so funny. Michael yesterday was also drinking the ketones, and he was like, "Dude, I'm dialed in from this all the time." So
We also have to say that as founders, right?
yeah, you're dialed.
Tell me this, TJ. So
Mm.
you know, big question always in CPG, anything
Yes.
especially that's got health benefits tied to it. Of course, everybody wants that, but the big thing is always the taste. How does the thing actually taste?
Yeah.
Brother, when I drink this, it is true to form. I mean, this tastes like I went to Sonic and I got the cherry limeade.
Yeah.
It tastes great. It tastes true to form.
Yeah.
I think you're using real sugar in here. I mean, are there any other flavors coming out? I mean, how long did it take to nail this thing to where people take it in and say, "Yep, that's the right flavor and it's delicious and I want more"?
So there's a few things to hit on right there. You hit on a lot of really important things. So if you recall from our first conversation, I mean, you guys were too kind in that you liked the taste of Outty and you loved it, but we get a lot of like cilantro, I hate it or I love it type deal.
Okay.
But it's just like flavor is so important. Dude,
Yeah.
I spent thousands and thousands of dollars and hours making this taste as good as it is. Like, I don't want to say that I did more than most people do, but like I went hard as hell to get this to taste as good. And we have an orange, a lemon lime, and a berry lemonade already done. I just have to make decisions on what's going to come out. Yeah, I did it all at once. I just R&D because think about every beverage. They have a variety pack usually of 3 flavors.
Yeah.
So I did one to launch, get the MLQ in, and then I'm like, okay, we'll decide. Orange is coming next though. Orange is the one that's going to be out in the next batch.
Okay.
So that's one factor. You hit on the organic cane sugar that we used. That was a conscious decision. I've already gotten pushback, people saying there's 20 grams of sugar in there. I am making the bet that everyone's going to move away from artificial sweeteners and 0 calorie and go back towards sugar and healthy sugar. You see it in things like Sport Drink, the electrolyte, a bunch of like these different brands people are putting sugar in. I made that conscious decision. And in my opinion, I think sugar is the healthiest sweetener that we can use. And last but not least, it tastes fantastic.
It tastes good.
And 90 calories is less than a high noon. That was the thought process that I had too. That's where 20 came from. It's like just the same as a White Claw or a High Noon or anything else. It's the same amount of calories. So that's how we thought about it. Did I touch on everything you said?
I think so. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited about the other flavors that are coming. That makes a lot of sense to batch them all there together. And then you're going to release them. I guess you release them, successively. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, at this rate that we're giving out cans, I need to put in an order like this week.
Wow.
More.
Wow.
Well, I did an MLQ run though, right? Like I did like 50,000 cans out of the gate and I gave 10,000 of them out between sales and everything. So like I got to go fast and get this done again. But we're going to throw orange in on the next batch as well and go from there. Colin, I saw you look at the can. Yep. There's 100 milligrams of caffeine, if that's what you were looking for.
No, I was just looking around.
But it's 100 milligrams of caffeine as well in there. It's less than a cup of coffee that we did.
Nice.
I see this. I see this as being like an added subscription play to what you're already doing with Outty. I mean, do you see it the same way?
I mean, I would say that products like this are pretty sticky. Like prior to having my own, I drank Celsius. I had Celsius on subscription on Amazon, right? Because I drink one every day. I have a coffee in the morning and I have a Celsius around noon, and that's what I would do every single day. Now I drink my own product, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
but at the same time, I think it's very habitual. I think it's like something that will really be there. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes. You know, we'll see how the chips fall. It's been a week and 2 days. So,
wow.
How are you thinking about kind of target demographic for this? Because obviously it's the Yapper, and I initially thought, you know, bars, people going out trying to socialize, guys trying to get dates from girls. You notice it, you know, that guys are just afraid to talk to girls these days. It's hilarious. Are you thinking about like, hey, I want to go after this demographic? You know, I'd like to go after, you know, the student that's trying to study and trying to cram in some stuff, and they're just trying to grind and maybe get some caffeine and some focus in. Am I trying to go after the mom who's like, she's running around with 3 kids, she's trying to do everything on a Saturday? Am I trying to go after the executive who's got 16 deals in the pipeline and he's trying to balance his life along with, you know, his life at home?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good question. I would say first and foremost, like if you search serious on my timeline, I've tweeted probably 10 times. You cannot take yourself too seriously and be a serious person. I like to think that I'm like the definition of that. Like I've also tweeted that I want to lap you in revenue while also making fart jokes with my son. Like I like to be fun. You talked about being cool before. Like I want to just like, my personality is like very like that.
Yeah.
Clownish while also like doing big things behind the scenes.
Yeah.
I think that kind of shines through here. Like I've already had a few instances of people being like Yapper, and I'm like, you wouldn't get it. You don't.
You're not cool.
Yeah, you're not cool. But to answer your question directly, I thought about this specifically. Like I go to a lot of barbecues, I go to a lot of social events, like weddings and all that.
Yeah.
Same way that you hold a high noon can. The same way you would hold a high noon can, I think that instance, wherever you would have a high noon on a boat doing whatever, like you could hold this, that's probably the main demographic. But then when you just put a bunch of nootropics and caffeine into a drink, it's going to be used as a pre-workout. It's going to be used in the office. It's going to be used there. So I think there's going to be more use case, and we'll go after all the angles with the ads, right? But to start and out the gate, it's like, where would I drink a high noon? I don't want to drink as much anymore. What's the ad?
That's so great. When you said wedding, I was like, we've been to like 8 weddings this year. I was like,
one of those
this
years.
is a perfect spot for a wedding. And then also on the boat. I mean, go on a boat, hot summer day. You just want to tube with your buddies or just like hang out, listen to some good music. Like this is that perfect little like pull up to the beach, crack open a Yapper, and just rock and roll.
That's the thought. And I, you know what? Not to pat myself too much on the shoulder. I think that the design and everything is like,
I love it.
Not working.
Yeah, I think he's going for a shotgun. Right
I'm gonna try this now.
He told me he was gonna shotgun it.
It's been a few years. Okay, it's been a little bit. Okay, oh gosh, I don't know if I made that hole big enough.
You got it.
I think it's only fitting. I think it's only fitting that we are here now, and to salute you. I think it's time that we shotgun our first Yapper together. I know I've seen you do it on social, and so I want to be like TJ. Let's see how this goes. Oh.
Brutal start for him, but we'll clip that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He got the T-Rex.
Oh,
yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well done.
That was you couldn't see your start. It was a brutal start for you.
It was a brutal start.
But you ended perfectly.
You had us in the first half. You really
you had us in the first half.
You had us in the first half.
You really recovered there.
It's been a while.
I know you're going to power hang up on me. But before you do,
I'm not power hanging up on you.
I know how the show goes. I watch you guys every day.
I'm not hanging up on you, brother. No way. I want to cut an ad.
You guys laugh so much though, especially given the conversation that we're having. You guys are going to effing love this. Last night,
power hang up is hilarious.
Like I find all the time. All right, gotta go. Love you. Bye.
Not on you, brother.
I go to my career day at my high school last night. I get invited to go
Really?
and sit with the
gosh.
juniors and talk to them. And like I went to an all boys school, it's like kind of close knit. So like
Yeah, same.
I went back, and obviously I'm gonna have to give money too if they're watching this. Regardless, I'm like, let's bribe at all the kids. I walk in with cases of Yapper and hats for everybody.
Yeah, baby.
I'm like, no one's at any other table. I'm like, get over here, kids. Be an entrepreneur. Come talk.
Yeah, baby.
Sitting at the table, a junior in high school. They're warm out of my trunk, by the way. They all take them the cases. He cracks one and he goes, "This tastes like shit," and throws it down on the table. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes you need to be humbled.
Wow.
Sometimes you need a high school kid to.
Wow.
I'm sorry for cursing, but I need a high school kid to give you a little. And you know what? It's the first person that's given me any negative feedback on it, and it was a 16-year-old, and I'm like, all right.
Crazy, man.
They're ruthless.
Crazy. I
They're
don't know-
absolutely ruthless.
I don't know
Yeah.
what he's smoking, man, because that tastes delicious to me.
No, I mean honestly, I didn't even take it as anything other than it was warm out of my trunk. But like just having the high school kid, the ultimate critic of anything, just give me like the. I was like, that's good. That's a good story.
You know, I think we need to do our part here, Colin, and we need to try and cut some ads for our boy. We need
Yeah.
to get him some ad creative that he can just test.
Like the
And-
ad we just showed,
Which one was that? Oh,
the
yeah.
grandma ad.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need to make some
I'm
grandma.
gonna make that exact ad, but not with AI. Like just
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
You could.
as my
absolutely.
grandma.
Absolutely. We need to cut some ads for our boy, and I particularly want to take the angle of curing everyone's introversion. I think it would crush. I think
There
it
is
would
no
yeah.
gray area, Chris. There is.
Yeah. That's what Rob would say. That's what Rob would say. Well, man, TJ, brother, we're excited. Man, I'm drinking mine. I feel great. I do.
Yeah.
I feel good. I feel
Vibes are high.
I feel it. Vibes
Vibes are
high.
through the roof.
Have you been getting this? Have people been telling you the same thing? Like, yeah, I'm feeling it. It tastes good. I feel better. after I
Even in the
drink it.
samples, I had a friend who came over, and he was one of the people I gave like the sample to, and he drank it in the backyard, just hanging out. I was grilling some steaks and whatever. And in 20 minutes, he was like, "T, I feel it." And then he tried to invest in the company, and I was like, "We're good, thank you." But it was just cool. It was a cool moment. I was like, "Thanks, I love you," but no.
No equity for you, my
We're
friend.
good is crazy. Look, dude, I'm gonna be so honest. We really don't need it right now, but
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
send
no,
you
I
a case.
appreciate it. I love you.
Yeah.
It means a lot that you said that.
A hard shoulder pat. Like, sick, bro.
Yeah, sick. Thank you
Yeah.
for that thought.
Yeah, thank you. That's
You're
amazing.
not getting in on this. You're not
Nah.
getting in on it.
Damn, I'm really excited for the other flavors as well. I mean, that's gonna be sweet. I mean, orange is probably the number one for me, to be honest with you. That's gas. And
It's-
what was the other one? The raspberry?
We have lemon lime and berry lemonade done. You know what? I love saying things that I don't say anywhere else on this show. I'm trying to do a sparkling apple for the fall.
Ooh,
See, like a
great
little
move.
cider. We'll try it.
Yeah, great move.
Try it. See, maybe Mott's apple flavor, but I've never
Oh.
said it anywhere. So
Let's
breaking
go.
news again. When
Breaking news
TJ
again.
comes, breaking news
all
comes.
right, now I know I gotta leave. You guys are the best. I love you.
Brother, we appreciate you
We
coming.
appreciate you.
We're going to be yapping all day long, fueled by the Yapper, and I
Fueled.
think we need to try and cut some ads for our boy that he can just test. He
Yeah.
can just test. You
Why
know,
not?
Absolutely.
why
This will
not?
cure any disease.
Exactly.
There you go.
TJ, we appreciate you coming, brother. We look forward to having you back. Thanks for all you're doing in the space.
You're the best. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm dialed.
I'm dialed. Go get some Yapper.
Get some Yapper, folks.
You know,
This is
everybody's
delicious.
everybody's always talking about making Yapper ads. Why would you make a Yapper ad without having a Yapper first?
He did the pro move as well, where he did the clear glass with some ice in there, and just
Is that the pro move? Is that
that's the pro move. That was probably extra tasty. Nice little crisp. Oh,
Yeah, well, I'll say this. It tastes delicious. It tastes
it tastes
delicious.
exactly like cherry limeade. Do you know what I mean?
It
Like,
does.
if you go to 7-Eleven, you get a cherry limeade Sprite or something like that. This is exactly what it tastes like.
Okay, I need to get a towel for this desk because my shotgun did not go. It did not go as planned. It did not go as planned.
It was
not
a
my
nightmare.
first part. Was it a nightmare? Was it that bad?
The beginning was not good. You can watch it back. It was really not good, but you saved it. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to watch the film if it's bad film. You know what I mean?
It's bad film. Yeah, it's bad film.
Wow.
Coach will look at it with you and say, "What are you doing here?"
Probably just would have been better if I hadn't done it. Really.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Gosh,
I don't know.
Do that in front of TJ.
I know. It's sometimes you try to do the big boy moves and it's like, shouldn't have done that.
Okay.
You know?
Well, talk whatever you want to talk about for about 15 seconds. So let me get a towel.
Hey, what's up, guys? I mean, do you guys ever want to focus on, lower CPCs, lower CPMs? Well, you should. And by doing that, you should do founder ads. I agree with founder ads. Chris just showed you a great founder ad that was made with AI. And I think you should run it. I think you should try to find it and make it applicable to your business. And I think it'll do great for you. I truly, truly believe you'll get a 4 ROAS out of it.
I think that I think that could make a good ad, though. It could.
What?
It could be, maybe my shotgun fail could be part of an ad that elicits lots of comments because people are commenting on how bad it was.
Oh yeah. I mean, our entire segment, we need to give it back to him and have him run it as an ad. That's amazing.
We should cut it for him.
We need to cut it and give it to him because that entire segment is amazing. I mean, what was just, by the way, an insane thing that happened
while I was gone.
Morning. Yeah, while you were gone this morning, IM8 copied Nick Shackelford's Brez ad format.
Can we bring that up? Can you send it to Jack? We need to. Jack, do you have this one? We should look at this ad because
it's insane. They copied it 1 for 1.
and I bet it's crushing. I bet it's absolutely crushing.
It's so unbelievable.
I don't know if Jack has it, but
I don't think Jack has it. But we
can send it to Jack. Yeah. This format, I think everybody should do this now. I know that Breeze pioneeered the way here, but there's been so much heat around that ad. And now that IM8 is doing it too, and I think they just got, I don't know, they reached 9 figures in like 6 months or soming crazy like that. Yeah, they're like, are they at a B? Are they at a B? Are they
they're close? They're really close. I think they're at 500.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, look at this. So I don't know if we have the video here, but this is the exact format. And I think Jason Howe, found this for us. IM8 is running it now. Call your best customer, baby. Run those subscriptions up. I mean, this ad format it's been incredible. I think
it's bar for bar. Yeah.
More people need to double down on this thing.
I mean, it's so easy to execute, folks. All you have to do is set up, if you have 2 people on your team, one person's calling, you have the other person set up their phone just away from you filming you guys. You put the phone on the table, you call them, and then you just have a conversation with a human being. And maybe you call 5 of them. Maybe 3 of the 5 are really good conversations. Yeah, all of them aren't going to be amazing conversations. Some people won't pick up. But the ROI of doing this for 30 minutes is banana. I mean, also, do you want your media buyer on your team to absolutely just love you? Just send him that. Yeah,
for sure.
Just send him those clips. That's all you got to do.
I will say, there's a lot of ways to get like customer info, post-purchase survey, et cetera, et cetera. There's nothing that beats like actually calling them on the phone. I was helping out a friend's brand a few months ago, and we got the customer list and we just started calling, and it changed my entire frame of mind for the customer segment. I mean, it was so enlightening. Literally just 30 minutes of like going down the list of the people who ordered last week and calling them and talking to them about it. Totally underrated.
Also, do you want to be more sticky to these customers? How many times do you actually receive a phone call from a company that you bought from?
Never.
And you're like, hey, by the way, this is the founder. And you're like, what? No, it's not. What are you talking about? I just ordered this last week. What do you mean? Like, no, we want your feedback. We want to hear from you. Do you know how much that changes that customer relationship for you? It's just unbelievable, folks. It's just these little things where Aman at Ministry of Supply, he has this where he just does emails every single time. He has phone calls with these people every single day. It's these little things, folks, that can really make a huge difference.
It goes a long way. Maybe your best performer in your ad account as well.
Yeah.
We have got a goated operator inside of our space. I am kind of continually at a loss of all the things that he is doing. Okay, several brands. Okay, manufacturing. Okay, logistics. Okay, investment. I mean, it's just like I don't know how he does all of the things that he does, but he's coming in here now. And before we get to him, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Seguno. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. Why is that important? It means your emails, your reviews, your banners, it's already there where you work and play every day, and you don't have to trust in some duct tape together data synced integration that hopefully is verifiably bringing your segmentation and data back and forth. Your Shopify data is your email data. This is email 3.0, and it's the reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year, okay? One-click automations, actual humans that can help you. Seguno has just released the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook. Go to the URL scrolling across the screen. Get that bad boy. You can test drive the platform for free. Tell them Colin I sent you. They'll extend that thing for you. Many thanks for Seguno being part of the show. Now, we have Jason Wong coming in here, founder of Saucy and Paking Duck. And I don't know if he is in Hong Kong right now. I don't know where he is because he's an international man of mystery. But let's get him in here and let's talk about packaging and all of the things. Jason, get in here. Get inside the show, brother. Get in here.
What's going on, boys?
There he is. Jason. Brother, it's been a while, man. I don't know if I've seen you since Miami F1, bro. When was the last time I saw you?
Flex, absolute flex from you two. Unbelievable.
3 years.
Has it been 3 years? Too long, brother.
Yeah, 3 or more. It was fun, good time, and you're just such a great guy. I wanted to hop on and catch up with you guys, and to meet you too.
We are glad that you are here, man. I like I have mentioned, I don't know how you do all the things that you do. I mean, you got brands that you're overseeing. You got all of this happening on the manufacturing side. Brother, give people a window into what you're doing now with Paking Duck, with Saucy. Just give us all perspective on what you're doing on the manufacturing and logistics side, because this is a totally, what I would say is unexposed part of e-commerce that we talk about too little, but it's like crucial to everything happening.
Every person needs it. Like, even I just saw you guys were looking at IM8. Like, IM8 does incredible packaging, and the reason why they're able to do so is because they charge so much money for it. But you know, the money goes into packaging. So I mean, just a quick back, rewind. I started in e-com when I was 16. So I started in clothing. I built my own clothing company. I didn't even know what dropshipping is. So I actually packed everything out of my own apartment.
Wow.
And learned Shopify. There's no courses, like trial and error my way through it. And over the years, I have launched my own apparel brand, home decor brand, stationery brand. And then the last 7 years was in beauty. So I had an eyelash company. I invested into nails, hairs. And so I had like a portfolio of brands I was operating. And around 2020 actually, right after COVID, I decided to start a supply chain company because just thought that was the best time, and it actually was the worst time.
Oh no!
But Saucy built in 2020 was coming out of my own frustration because a lot of people were asking me for help in overseas procurement. I speak Chinese. I came from Hong Kong. And so I had a lot of connections in China with factories, and I knew how to find the best price, best quality. So I built that company to basically manage product for CPG brands.
Wild.
So over the next few years, I was sourcing anything you can think of. I was sourcing watch straps, Bluetooth headphones, hearing aids, like bras. I source thousands of products. And in around 2024, about 2 years ago, I sat down with my team and I was like, guys, I think we're doing way too many things. Like we're spread way too thin. We're sourcing 1,000 products. There's almost no competitive advantage anymore. Let's focus on one thing. And so I got this idea. It was on a train ride to Shenzhen of what is that one thing that every single consumer brand needs and has in common with the thousands of products that we procured. What is one thing that most people are overlooking that is obviously something they need, but they're overlooking? And what is one thing that no one really has the right solution for because the market's very fragmented? Like if you think packaging, there's not one single firm that does it.
You're the only one. You're the only one that I know, Jason. You're the guy.
You're the guy.
Thank you. Thank you. So every single product on earth, it doesn't matter if you're buying toothpaste, a hair comb, or a washing machine, comes in a box, comes in a tube, comes in a bag. So it's a common denominator for every single CPG brand. And the entire market's fragmented because, like you said, when I asked 10 founders who their packaging suppliers are, they gave me 10 different answers. And here's the cool part. Out of the 10 that I asked, majority of them don't really know who the real supplier is because packaging is typically a part of the supply chain that is being absorbed by whoever your co-manufacturer is. So we talked to a lot of people who are, let's just say, making shampoo. They get tons and gallons of shampoo. And the brand is like, hey, can you just go package it up for me? Because I'm making a shampoo for you. I'm focusing 95% of my time on making a shampoo. Just figure out the bottles for me. And that supplier is going to us. And they're marking an extra 30, 40% on our price to give it up to the brand. So in most instances that I've talked to brands, they are overpaying because they don't even know who they're working with on packaging. And that's how Paking Duck started.
Wow. Unbelievable. I mean,
incredible.
When you think about amazing packaging, Chris, you can kind of adhere to this a little bit. We just had an unboxing from Pretty Boy last week, and their unboxing experience was so winsome and beautiful, and it really kind of took the brand in my mind from, oh, this is an incredible brand, it's a high quality product, to these guys are superstars. This is incredible. I feel like this is a whole experience. They had, Chris, if you remember, they had the definition.
I got it. Keep talking.
Yeah,
it's incredible. He's going to get it. This is exciting. He's going to go get it. There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. Actually, I thought of you, Jason. I don't know if they're using you, but I thought of you because you're one of the few voices who actually talk about, upgrading the experience everyone has, when they actually order something.
Yeah.
And, it's like, I would never think that you would send something like this to a man when he's like ordering, facial skincare, etc. But it totally upgraded the whole experience for me.
Yeah.
And I made that box, right?
You made this?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
We didn't know that.
I just go back to my email because I just want to confirm that I'm not getting it wrong. Yeah, we actually made that. I could show you the.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, let's have a look at this box. Look at that.
That is hilarious.
You got each of the bottles in there. I mean, the presentation of everything is world class.
Look at this.
Yeah, you see all the box, and then you have the actual definition of Pretty Boy up there. I mean, it's unbelievable. It changes the entire experience that you're having with the brand, and it changes that feeling. I mean, and then exactly this. This was hard. The next level for us, where you make it. If everybody's super busy, everybody's doing 6,000 things. Mm-hmm. You made that super easy for us to know, like, hey, nighttime, dummy. This is when you use this. Oh, daytime, use it then. Oh yeah, make sure you wash your face with this. That was incredible. Unbelievable experience.
The funny thing is that so many more people are paying attention to packaging now because when you're buying stuff from DTC, you lose out on that in-store experience of talking to someone and being able to see what others they have offering. Yeah. And so when you create an unboxing experience like this, yes, they're buying the core products, but you can also get the opportunity to upsell them on your other catalogs. Yes. You get something to speak a message, send a founder's note, send a free gift of purchase. So there's so many things that you can create, and it's basically creating a moment, right? Because when you think about why people want to show things on an unboxing video, why Chris, you just showed me, is because that made an impression on you.
Exactly.
thousands of people that are unboxing all these boxes on TikTok. If your box does not look good, you're not getting screen time. That's just the reality.
Great point.
That's a really good point.
So we've talked to brands like Avi is one of our clients that was very public about it, so I'll quote them. But they said that by creating the influencer box that we made for them, they saw a significant increase in the type of in the amount of influencers that was posting about them. Just changing the packaging, because if you're seeding PR boxes to 10,000 people and they're plain brown boxes, the odds of you getting a post, it's probably a lot lower than if it's something that is a lot more impressionable, right?
It's a great point.
I love the fact that you have tied in packaging into a tactical and practical for the CMO or the director of marketing there. It can now bring that back and say like, hey, here's this direct correlation. Do you have any best practices for folks that when they're designing this unboxing experience, you have like a checklist of saying like, hey, here's 3 must-dos that you have to have. I don't care if you work with me or not, but like you better have these if you want to have a winsome experience.
Well, and Jason, before you answer too, I want you to like just talk us through the process of like how this works, because I've got a I've got a little brand over here that's been cooking.
He's teasing it,
but I don't know how to make an awesome packaging experience.
Yeah.
And so I would basically want to come to Jason and say, Jason, like, how do I make this thing awesome? I'd love you to just walk through the process too.
100%. Well, I think before I get into it, we need to talk about the types of packaging, right? Because there's the packaging that holds your product. So for example, if I'm buying a glove, it comes in a box. That's what we call primary packaging. So whatever's holding the main product, the core component, is the primary packaging. Then there's the secondary packaging. So think about like shipping boxes or like a carton of 24 cases of Coca-Cola. The carton is the secondary packaging. And then there's the retail packaging, right? That what's on shelf. So like you'll adjust your strategy depending on if it's going on shelf or if it's just being sent to DTC. But my first principle for any packaging design is don't overcomplicate it and try to find what is like the most optimal complexity to minimalism ratio. So what I mean by that is what a lot of people don't understand is that packaging actually has a direct impact on their bottom line. If you make your box too heavy, you're paying an extra $1 for shipping.
Yeah.
Just by going over the weight limit of a first class melt and a priority melt, you're paying an extra $2 to $3. Wow. And so many brands try to overcomplicate things by making their box look fancier for the sake of looking fancier, but they're not realizing that they're losing a lot of money on shipping because it's a lot heavier. So finding the optimal ratio of like, okay, I want to get straight to the point. I want to create a great unboxing experience, but I also want to consider the margins and the finances. The other thing is, I think the unboxing experience, let's just talk mailer boxes, for example, right? Yeah. Like when you open that box that you just talked about, the way that you kind of envision it is that is your first handshake with your customer, right? Yeah. You order from your DTC site, probably not from Amazon, but that's DTC. What you're trying to recreate is the moment that someone walks into your door physically. What is that experience you want to create for them? And that needs to be within the first 3 to 10 seconds of them opening the box and playing around with the insert cards and whatnot. The other thing is it needs to be great for Instagram. So it's like if you go to the restaurant, if the food doesn't look good, you're not taking a picture of it. So the better you create the presentation, like creating inserts, stacking them next to each other, that's another advice I always give to people. It's like you want to make it very, very presentable. And then lastly, this is an important thing, but you don't realize that if you're shipping that box, like just that box you're holding, Chris, you're shipping that box with no outer carton, it's most likely going to get extremely damaged because
beat up.
Hundreds of miles that it travels through being stacked on top of boxes, it's got to get beat up. But that box was pretty clean, so it probably came in another box.
It did.
So they paid money for 2 boxes and the weight of adding on top of it to make it look nice. But if you don't want to do that, you want to make sure that the surface material that you're using doesn't pick up dirt easily. You ever seen paper that picks up dirt a lot easier than paper laminated or matte?
100%.
So if your plan is to not use an extra carton and just ship with that box, then you need to make sure that the surface that you're using, the paper material, isn't going to pick up dirt or scratches easily. And these are things that people don't really think about. But, I've been on the brand side for 12 years. I can call these out. I can call the finances of packaging. And I think the reason why people work with us is because we think about these components that a traditional manufacturer might not think about.
That is so sharp, bro.
I love that.
That is goated advice. That is goated advice. So, Jason, people come to you. Number one, you are the only person that I know in my
Same.
network that can even speak to this with expertise or offer advice about it or offer a service to it.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that makes you one of one. That's incredible.
Thank you.
Go.
Number two, you've got this operator background, having owned and launched and scaled so many brands that there's different things that you're thinking about that probably your competition isn't. And people come to you and you can walk them through this process or how you think about it and help them design this thing. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's incredible, bro. That's incredible. And so right now, let's say I come to you. I've got a new product. I mean, I literally do, but honestly, I need some manufacturing help with it too. But okay, let's say I come to you and I say, hey, I've got this product. I need packaging. Man, what's the timeline? How long does it take from me and Jason talked to now there's economical, minimalist but maximalist experience packaging that is here that I can sell and ship out with my product? How long does that process look like?
I think from today, just us having this conversation, let's just say you do want to move forward with it. I think that we'll spend the next couple of days talking about concepts and ideas, just high level what that looks like. And then depending on if you have a designer or if you need a hire designer from us, we'll have to put a week or so to make the design and mock it up for you. And then another week to create a sample for you. You want to touch it in your hand, right? So 7 days to make a sample, 3 days to ship it from our facility to you. So like all in all, like give it maybe 2 to 3 weeks just to get it through. But that's just like the initial consultation because we need to figure out what we're making. But once we know exactly what we're making, we create a spec sheet. So think of a spec sheet as in like you're building a PC. We need this part, this part, this part, this color, a complete built sheet. We set it into the factory. We make it in about 25 days as a lead time, depending on what material, 25 to 35 days. And then during that time, we'll send you production pictures. We'll handle logistics for you. So we also own our own in-house freight forwarding company, which means that when clients work with us, all they have to figure out is what kind of packaging they want. And in X amount of days, it shows up on their doorstep. We've taken out a lot of the complexity of making packaging. Like the things that stress you out, we combine it all in one place and we have the team to support that.
Bro, this to me, this sounds like your Apple computers. I mean, this sounds like your masterpiece, brother. You're just bringing everything all in there and one together, and then at least half of ecom is just going to be going to you all the time, every day, and in every way. Just like half of the world's population in America goes to Apple for every device.
Yeah,
but this is so smart, bro.
The market's pretty big. I think the global market for packaging is in tens of billions of dollars, and if we can just capture 1% of that, we're pretty set. And when I started this company, I think I was very fortunate that I came from an operate background, because when I first started the company, my first 50 clients were friends of mine. I literally texted people like Chris, like all my friends in the space. I was like, hey, can I do your packaging? But what I'm very, very happy about is that for every single one of them, we were able to save them a substantial amount of money.
Oh, I believe it.
We saved a client an extra $1 million on packaging that they're overwhelmed. Just imagine an extra $1 million in your cash, in your bank account, right? So because we're able to be vertically integrated within our supply chain, we're able to be lower in cost than everyone else, which then brings back cash for you guys. So on average, we save about 10 to 15%, but there are some cases that it's about 30 to 40%.
That is crazy, man. That's crazy. And what I'll say too, just consultation wise, actually getting something in your hands, it's so fast from me talking to you 3 weeks later. I got something that I'm looking at and feeling like that's bananas. How fast that is. This reminds me of everything that you're talking about. It reminds me of what was happening at Bruce Bolt at the time, which is where I used to work. Mm-hmm. Those baseball gloves, those batting gloves, they were a unique product. It cost 3 or 4 times more than everything else, than its competitors. But what people did was they actually saved the packaging. They loved the bag that it came in and the card and they would actually keep it and keep their gloves inside of it. And the whole time you were talking, I was thinking about those gloves, man. That the packaging was part of the secret sauce. That unboxing experience. This is too uninvested in, too little talked about. And there's so much ROI on the other side of it. Even if you're just saving people money, there's so much ROI on the other side of this. Colin, I feel like there should be a lot more conversation about this, but there's not.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you hire a tax accountant to do your taxes and then they save you even more money. Then would you actually charge the tax accountant? It's like, well, why don't I just use a tax accountant? Because they're going to save me even more money on taxes. The same thing applies here. It's like, well, why wouldn't I just talk to Jason because he's just going to save me money on my initial packaging that I'm already doing, which probably isn't optimized. To be honest, most brand operators are not going into this being like, I have to optimize my packaging out of the gate. They're just like, we got to get the thing out.
Yeah.
Let's get some meta ads out and just start rocking and rolling. So this is a massive opportunity.
I'll give you guys some insights that I've never told anywhere else.
Please.
At time. All right. So my goal is that in 5 years, we will not own any factories.
Wow.
Right now we have 3. In 5 years, I hope to own none. And the reason for that is because we want to expand into a tech-enabled packaging factory, which means that, you can come to the Paking Duck site and there will be AI agents that are doing a consultation for you. Right now it's humans doing consultations, right? But our agents will be way smarter than us, respond instantaneously. So that 2-3 day consultation that we would have will now be done in 20 minutes. The agents you will talk to, and this is being in development right now, we're launching it soon, but you can talk to it like a real human. They'll understand the nuances of your category. For example, if you want to go into Walmart, we understand the compliances for Walmart. We know what it needs to be. We know what the transportation weight and dimension needs to be, what the packing configuration needs to be. If you're going to retail, we're like, okay, here's recommendations for you. Can you check your barcodes are here, make sure your designs are, front and center. Like, our AI consultant for packaging will be the smartest one out of all of us, including myself. And you'll be able to do that on our site.
Crazy.
Once you go through on our site, we'll also do the designs for you. We'll mock it up for you. So you in real time see what your packaging looks like just by describing it. And then we'll synchronize that order into our platform. Now, the reason why I think we will not own any factories is because I actually want to create Paking Duck as a standard for factories to join as a network. So what I mean by that is I got this idea from the hotel industry. Did you know that Hilton, Marriott, and Hyatt don't own 99.6% of their hotels?
Really?
They used to. 15, 20 years ago, they used to own all their hotels. But over the last decade or so, they changed the model to allow franchisees to own it. And the reasons why when you walk into a 5-star Hilton in Spain and a 5-star in New York, and you expect the same amount of standard of quality of service is because they create that flag, that Hilton flag, and they know that if you want to be a Hilton hotel operator and you want to be 5-star, you have to do this checklist of stuff. You need to have a spa, you need to have a restaurant, you need to have a butler, you need to have all these stuff, right? Wow. And we think that we can actually create the same thing for packaging, where we actually want to have a global network of factories that are Paking Duck factories. But for you to Paking Duck factory, you have to meet all these criteria. You're constantly being audited. It's like being a Michelin star restaurant, right? Like, do you get a star?
Exactly.
Right? So I got that idea and I'm like, okay, in 5 years, we're going to create the technology that enables our clients to work faster and better and more efficiently with packaging. But we're going to have so much demand that we need to start triaging it to the best factories around the world. If you're a European brand, you might not want to manufacture in China, but it's great because our network has someone in Poland. We have someone in Turkey. Right? If you're in the US and you want something fast, we can get you someone in Mexico. And you can always expect the same level of quality everywhere around the world if you're working with Paking Duck. So that's our 5-year plan.
Wow.
That's
Jason. Unbelievable, man. Bro, the crazy thing to me is that I already think that you're operating on a whole nother level. This is like galaxy mode. This is
galaxy mode.
This is gigabrain, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is crazy.
I got this idea also because we have a very unique problem that most manufacturers don't have. Most manufacturers find their clients through trade shows. So they'll go to Vegas, they'll go to a convention, they set up a booth for $50,000,
Right.
bring their samples over, pay another $50K for travel, they're $100K out of the bank, and they maybe get 20 clients that walk through their booth and give them their email. That's a reality for most manufacturers. We have never spent a single dollar on marketing. From day one, we built a content team. So the very first day of starting this company, my immediate thought was I need to build a content team to generate demand. And so now we have a team of 5. And Colin, like, you know, we've worked together back in Triple Well days.
Yeah.
You're the best at it, so you understand this. I built this content team. We have a producer, we have a script writer, we have a video editor, we have a researcher who's just researching topics for us to make videos on. And I'll film and break down, how does Rolex make their bags? How much does it cost? When you walk into, you know, a XYZ store, here's a box they have. How much does it cost? How do they make it? Here's all the process. So I bring people behind the scenes of how packaging is made. And I make this industry that is typically kind of boring into a type of content that people want to consume, even if you're not in the space. And that alone gave us so much inquiry or so much demand that we're getting thousands of inquiries every single month.
That's incredible.
With $0 ad spend, thousands of inquiries. And we can't handle it all. So I was like, I want to triage it to other factories who are having this demand problem.
I see.
Right?
Yeah. That's you're seeing the arbitrage moment. Basically, you're seeing that beautiful arbitrage moment between you and this. You're driving the entire thing through a content engine, which Chris and I know a little something about. We can understand that. We can understand the content piece of that.
Trying to get there. That's right.
Yeah, we're trying to get there.
I think this is so smart, and I wish that more manufacturers, software partners, people who operate in these kind of boring spaces would listen to this and pick this up, because there's more than one way to skin a cat, and there's more than one way to generate leads. And especially if you are the only one who is doing it. Again, you're the only person I know who makes content like that.
Same here.
I've seen it. I love it. I want more of it.
Yeah.
If you're the only one who's doing it, then it makes all the sense in the world why people would be coming to you. I don't even know who else to find. I mean, you know, who else do I go to? To whom shall I go? Jason's the only one yapping about it on the internet. He's the yapper. If you're yapping about packaging, then Jason is your guy, and that makes all the sense in the world, man. That's so sharp.
That's so sharp.
Thank you. That's our big plan. But for us to build that big plan, we have to own our own factories first. So that's why I bought the factories, to collect the data.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of tech providers, especially engineers, they don't know what to build because they don't know who they're building it for. They know how to build. Yeah. And so what we did first was we acquired a majority stake in these factories so that we have controlling power, but we also get access to the data. Then we leverage those data to build the tech platform that we want to create for other factories. Because, like, how can I make something for other factories if I don't know what's going on at mine?
Yeah.
And so we're creating our own internal CRMs. We're creating our internal ERPs. We're creating our internal AI agents. You know, most software providers are not making softwares for manufacturers. It's kind of a boring, outdated industry. Most softwares have not been updated in the last 10, 15 years. So we're trying to do that by building it ourselves for our own use and then giving it out to the outside world.
That's a smart tech play. That's
super
really smart. I think, man, we need more packaging content. We need more packaging content. We need to live stream some packaging content. I think we need to somehow get a live stream going over there in Hong Kong and Shenzhen or wherever else. Man, Jason, this is it's good, brother. I see the vision. I see the future too. And if there's going to be a Hilton of packaging, it's going to be you, man.
Thank you. I hope so.
Well, man, we appreciate you making the time and joining the show, and we want to find a way to shine more light on Paking Duck, because everybody and their mom needs to go and work with Jason. Jason, I know you got a long list, and you got a wait list of people who want to work with you. But where do they find you? Where do they get in contact with you? How can they start the process should they so desire?
Yeah, you can go on our website, Paking Duck. That's PAKINGDUCK.com, and then our Instagram. You can see our past work. It's @Duck, DUCK.
Awesome.
Whoa,
Duck.
let's go.
Wow, you got Duck? That is great, man.
That's great.
You know, part of the inspiration for the name was Triple Well.
Oh, really? That's amazing.
Oh,
I
That's
think
amazing.
animal mascots are funny. It's memorable, and
Yeah.
also most manufacturers' name are not that sticky. It's usually like Brooklyn Industrial Limited,
yeah.
paper
Yeah.
right? Like they're not that fun. So we want to make it fun. We want to make it welcoming. Like I don't think it's a topic or a category that should just be unsexy forever. We want to make it
Yeah.
sick.
It makes me want to eat Paking Duck too. Every time I
true.
hear it. Well, Jason, man, we appreciate you joining. We look forward to having you back. And everybody, I hope, goes and works with you now to make some sexy packaging and send your business.
World. Small
Let's go.
Small world, man. Small world. We appreciate it. It's incredible. We appreciate you coming. Look forward to having you back, man.
Bye.
It's a category of one right there. He's a 1 of 1 operator. I'll tell you that much.
He's 1 of 1, bro. He's 1 of 1. And it's so like serendipitous. We were like bragging about their packaging over at Pretty Boy. He's like, yeah, I made that one.
Unbelievable. We genuinely, honestly, we did not know that.
I had no
And
clue.
we just brought it up on the show, and it was like that, just an unbelievable moment. I mean, he is doing world-class work right now with packing, and you can see, I mean, it's unbelievable. We talked about it when we had those guys on the show, that we were just blown away by this packaging. So it's not a surprise that Jason was working on it. And I love the fact that he backed into the cost savings of the weight and how to actually push this back up to not just like the branding foo-foo where it's like, oh, this feels good, it looks good, but it's like, hey, I'm the CMO, I'm making these packaging decisions. By the way, Mr. CEO, this is going to save us $1 million.
Yeah.
And now everybody's eyes are like, okay, well, this is really interesting. You're going to save me $1 million.
Yeah.
Totally different conversation.
Totally different convo. And he's got that context because he's been an operator for so
Absolutely.
many years, since he was 16. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
Crazy.
The content play is so smart. He's out there. He's findable. I don't know where you find any other packaging manufacturers. And, he's not having to pay for $50,000 booths.
That's true.
And he's got a wait list of clients. Wow.
Pretty wild. Pretty wild.
Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Manufacturing, such a boring thing that he has made sexy and easy and a no-brainer.
I mean, that's it. Just trying to go into an old industry and make it fun and actually exciting and winsome and bring some life to it. And then he has this content engine, and the fact that he has a 5-year plan with this whole thing. I mean, just dialed.
Yeah, the tech piece and then like network of factories.
Crazy. Yeah.
Super smart, man. I like would never underestimate that guy.
No.
Never. I mean, he's been doing this for so long. He's operating on a whole nother level, man. Wow. Packaging. Who knew? There's a lot there. There's a lot there. And also it makes me want to go to his factories. It makes me want to go to his factories and live stream those things getting made. Don't you think it would be cool to actually go over there and have him like talk through like their different packaging, etc.?
Yes. We need to have him live stream while he's there to talk through all the stuff and chime into the show live.
Bro, we got to go. We
gotta
need to go. We need to go. We need to go with
Shenzhen.
him. We got to go.
We gotta go to Shenzhen.
I don't know where their factories are, but we need to go with them.
Shenzhen. Let's do it.
I don't know if we can live stream over there, but I bet we could.
Oh, that's true. I don't know if we can live stream over there.
I don't know, but it would be cool.
It would be cool
nonetheless. And we know that cool sells. Cool is important in the sales cycle. All right. As we wrap up the show here, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we hit one more story?
Let's do it.
We've actually got a few stories we could hit, but let's hit one more. Speaking of retail and packaging and winning on shelf, etc., first you got to get people's feet there first. And Lowe's has dropped some new sauce on their loyalty program that I think everybody needs to pay attention to. We have talked about this trend very much in 2026. IRL is where it's at. Lowe's is leaning into its 35 million loyalty members as it expands into kids programs and subscriptions. That is correct, ladies and gentlemen. Lowe's is expanding into kids programs, and they want to sell you a subscription, as Colin is ought to promulgate from the heavens and from the roofs. Everybody needs a subscription business. Let me read some of this to you because I find this so compelling. How in the world is Lowe's going to develop a kids program? Does that make any sense? How in the world are they going to sell me a subscription? Let me tell you, today, Lowe's is expanding its loyalty efforts as it looks to drive more repeat visits. That means feet in the doors, and build deeper relationships with customers. The retailer's loyalty strategy now spans homeowners, contractors, and newer offerings for families. New offerings for families. Lowe's says that its loyalty programs now total more than 35 million members across its homeowner and pro offerings. Members, guess how much more members spend at Lowe's than non-members? It's probably why they're always trying to get you to sign up as a member. Guess how much more members spend at Lowe's than non-members, Colin?
Per year?
Yeah.
20% more?
50% more. It's not just about the rewards and the perks. Bailey said in an interview at Shop Talk Spring, for us, Bailey is from Lowe's. For us, it's about this opportunity to have a deeper relationship. So they think of us for more times, moments, and projects in their life. And I know what you're thinking right now. You think that's kind of like woo-woo, like, yeah, right. Like, how often are people thinking of Lowe's? Well, they will if you got something for their kids, okay? They will think of you more, and they will come if you got something for their kids. Okay, listen to what they are cooking up. Customers are taking on smaller projects than they were. They care a lot about value. And on the back of that, they have relaunched a kids club program. It's a free workshop where children can tackle their own do-it-yourself projects. Lowe's has offered free in-store kids workshops before, but this new version operates as a full-fledged loyalty program for Gen Alpha. Digital profiles, progress badges, free giveaways, including lollipops and members-only gifts like water bottles, keychains, etc. And what are they doing? They're setting up experiences for your kids to have something to do on Saturday that they're excited about. You bring them in, and your toddler and your 6-year-old, they get to make their own craft. They get to build their own thing. They get the digital badge as a result. They get a keychain on the way out. What does that mean? That means you actually show up. That means you get your feet inside the doors. Okay, This is a long-term bet. Kids aren't drinking Starbucks coffee, but they want to go to Starbucks because they have cake pops. He said, that's why we're giving away lollipops. We know how important it is to start getting into people's mindsets well before they're even homeowners themselves. This is a long-term play. Okay, on the back of that, not only do they have the kids club, they also recently launched Home Care Plus. This is your subscription service. A subscription service that offers routine maintenance tasks like replacing air filters or checking your smoke detectors. For how much would you guess per year have they launched this subscription service?
$100 a year?
$100 a year. You got it, man. $99. $99 for the year. Home Care Plus subscribers, they get 2 in-home visits per year. Not too many, really. I was kind of thinking maybe it'd be once a quarter. But the subscription is tied to the rewards loyalty program. Customers who sign up, they are automatically enrolled, and they receive additional perks too. The thing that I love about this is that it is a strong endeavor to get families IRL more, to endear themselves to the brand. Why would I go to Lowe's? Only if I got a problem or if I got a project that I'm working on. But if they got something for my kids and they're going to entertain them for an hour or 90 minutes on a Saturday, and then I come home a hero because they got to build something or color a sheet and got a lollipop, that's a huge win. And because people are spending less on their projects, what's it mean? It means I get in the store and I end up buying more things because I'm already there. So smart. So smart.
This is a big brain play from them. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. I think you hit the nail on the head here too, where you're in the store already. All of us have who are homeowners have these side projects where you're like, if I got to Lowe's or if I got to Home Depot or if I have some time, I'll pick something up. I'll do it. I'll do it then. But if you're already there, if you're already as part of dropping off your kid and you get to walk around Lowe's and grab some stuff as part of that project that's been nagging at you for 2 or 3 months, that's absolutely fantastic because you get to look like a hero to your wife for taking care of the kids. And also, by the way, I know that project that you've been bothering me about.
Yeah.
I also got some stuff to take care of that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a really smart move by them. I'm not so sold on the subscription. I'm not so. I like the endeavor, but 2 visits a year.
They got to bump that up. Those are rookie numbers. They got to bump that up.
They got to bump that up. And if the price of the brick needs to go up to bump it up, then so be it. 2 visits per year. My air filter needs to get changed more often than that. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, they should really try to bump this up to being full coverage. And I would say 2 times a quarter at minimum, and then probably bump it up to maybe $250 to $300. And the amount of people they would scoop up with that would be unbelievable. Folks that just, hey, I don't want to think about these problems with my house. I have this guy that comes in. He's going to tackle it, blah, 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 twice a quarter. And then he's going to tee me up on some stuff that I need to do next quarter. There's a whole treasure trove of people that just don't want to deal with those things. And you can easily scoop up those folks for $250, $300 a year.
Don't you think even once a quarter would be enough? I mean, once every 3 months, they roll in, they change the air filter, they look for a wasp, wasp nest or something. I feel like once a quarter might cover it.
I like 2 a quarter because then you can come in, do the first things that you're tackling for that quarter, and then you can also be like, hey, when I come next time, there's some other stuff that I saw here. Do you want me to tackle those things? You know what I mean? You can kind of tee yourself up for tackling some stuff in the quarter. I like it that way, where it's also a really good value add.
I think this would be great for seniors.
That's exactly who I thought about too. Seniors that just don't either want to do it or physically can't do it.
That's who needs to be signed up for this thing.
And it would crush $300 a year. You're telling me seniors, the baby boomers who have the most money on the physical planet, wouldn't pay that to have these things tackled? Absolutely.
Yeah, they probably would. And hey, it's great. You can offer value to the grandbabies and to the grandparents.
Yeah.
Win-win for everybody. Win-win for everybody. Well, many thanks to TJ for coming on the show and letting me attempt. We flipped. I don't know.
Go back.
Letting me attempt shotgunning a Yapper. It did not go so well, but I will say it tasted delicious.
It did.
And we need to find a way to. We want to make some ad creative for our guy, just to throw out there, just to test it.
Yeah.
He's curing introverts. That's a joke. Whenever I say that, that's a joke. But he's doing good work. And many thanks to Jason Wong for coming on the show, shining the light on packaging. That guy's got an incredible offer, and I feel like he's the Steve Jobs of that whole world. And I think everybody should pay attention to his content play, who exists in a boring business.
Yeah.
And many thanks to Seguno, Postscript, and Incense for making this show possible. We have got 2 more exciting days. Many guests coming ahead, more things to talk about. Colin, parting word before we close things out and reappear tomorrow at lunch.
Focus on your packaging. You could save a lot of money.
Focus on your packaging, man. One thing that we did not say is that this is a whole premium experience play.
Yeah.
That really should be the D2C experience for most of us.
Yeah, it should be the default. Yeah.
It should be the default. Unboxing, pleasant, Instagrammable. This should be the default. It's why typically everybody's charging more money to buy something from your site than you would get just a knockoff at a retail place.
Yep.
You should get a premium experience. Jason's actually helping people do it, like Pretty Boy. Many thanks for joining us. We will see you on the other side. We'll be live and in living color tomorrow.